Let's see. Let's see what's going on. All right. All right. So I never did this guy. I can't test out his attacks or anything. Oh, he has like a shield block. Why can't I attack? Select it. There we go. I don't understand that. All right. So, since it's so impossible to beat the dragon boss, my plan is to drop the turret and let the turret shoot the dragon. And I'll just like hide and dodge things. And yeah. Okay, which foods? Health and attacking speed. Okay. See, I don't know if attack power boosts affect the turret attack power or what. I got an avocado already. Yay! Ah, I missed. Wait, why did that hit the wall? I was just shooting his head. Headshot. Chicken wing shot. Oh, not another. These guys are so annoying. Because they just take a while to fight. Definitely call this game Chicken Wing Spark. That is the official name. No, I don't want to swap out my item. I wonder if that affects my turret. Oh, damage way up. Let's take Fist of the North Star. I want to know if this affects my turret, so let's try to see. I don't know if attack speed down affects the turret. I don't know any of these things. See, it took like 4 turret shots and one of my shots. So that the turret seems kind of sucky, if I'm being honest. But I don't know, man. Now I need a chicken wing because I stepped in a puddle. I don't like that I stepped in a puddle. And like the AI is so dumb about responding to things. It just makes it not good. Ow! Good thing I got a chicken wing. I need a vampira. We'll save that chicken wing because oh, I never got an item on level 1. Why not? Did I miss a room? What happened? Was I a dumbass? That's too bad. Okay, so my attack Fist of the North Star that I got does not affect my turret. Obviously, so that's useful to know. Which means if I want to fight the dragon, then... Whoops. Whoops, I shot his shield. Now he's got a turtle. My arrows give people pet turtles. Why are you going that way? Don't go that way. Okay, we got an extra wing. I wonder if these are like spicy wings. Whoa! Who even hit me? I wasn't paying attention. My screen is so dark now. This is annoying and stupid. I didn't notice it last night because it was dark, but now that it's daylight out, I want to turn my brightness up. Why is everything on the screen dark? What just hit me? Oh, my own turret hit me? Friendly fire, bro. Alright, well, good thing I have another wing. Oh. Good thing I can't hit the pulse stack. Alright. We took a lot of stupid damage on that level. It was not good. Could I balance the audio so my voice is louder? I could turn down the repetitive music. How's that? I don't know how loud that's going to be because they weren't playing music on their options menu. That seems just as loud as before. Oh, see, my stupid turret closes the guy's eye every time he gets hit. And that's kind of bad. Fuck! Because it means I can't get, like, good shots on it. See, my shots are way better right now. So I really want the turret to clean up the eyeballs, the little eyeballs. Alright, way too much damage. Squeal like a pig. Why do I have to pick these up manually? Usually it does them. Good day. Yeah, there's a bummer dragon. There's a bummer dragon. I'm just gonna sit here and eat chicken wings all day. Wait, why didn't my turret shoot that guy? What happened? That was weird. Buggy turret. Buggy turret game. It's got a buggy turret. Good thing I don't have to, like, fight monsters. Oh! I went a little too far. I'm glad this isn't a game about fighting monsters. If I actually had to fight monsters, I don't know what I would do. Oh! I thought I was going around the corner, and I wasn't. But as I say, good thing this isn't a game about fighting monsters, because... Alright, we've got a chicken wing on the chicken wing map. To take care of my stupid damage. Come on, pulp monster. Can't even hit the pulp monster. Alright. Let's eat that chicken wing. So does the turret... No, the turret doesn't give these guys pet turtles either. So, it's really just, people only get pet turtles when I shoot them, but I also do massive amounts of damage because of my other thing. Okay, I kinda want to do this. You get a pet turtle. And you get a pet turtle. And you get a... Oh! Tongue! I don't like the tongue, dude. Oh, acid. Acid reflux. Dude. Look at all the arrows sticking out of this guy. What? That went through the thing! You get a turtle! 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 No! What? How did I get hit? Fuck pixel art, dude. Oh my god, I'm gonna need so many chicken wings to make up for that. Slower enemy projectiles. Damage way up. I already have damage way up. Then I gotta fight that stupid ass dragon, but... I guess if my projectiles are short range... it's not so bad, because... like, I really just care about fighting the dragon right now. And the dragon doesn't have projectiles. Right before the snake game? Well, we beat Snakebird for Dummies, or whatever it's called, in 1 hour. We didn't play all the levels, because it's not really worth playing all the levels, but we played the levels required to win the game in 1 hour. And then played a couple more. There's like 1 or 2 levels that are good in the game, but I can't recommend it. I can only recommend original Snakebird. Where's the chicken wing? Oh, it's over there. I really screwed up there. I was doing fine for a while, but the guy's tongue was just like going through posts and shit. Like, I don't understand. I thought I was behind cover from the guy's tongue, and I wasn't. Alright. Okay, so we have probably enough avocados to... what's that? Oh, yeah. How is that? Oh, is that a full heal? See, the peculiar rooms, not that common. If I go health down, I mean, we can just do 2 more. Let's do this, fuck it. It's kind of expensive to do the 14. I mean... maybe I should have gone for the damage way up, health down. I just don't know if health down subtracts my top point that's empty right now, or if it... you know what I'm saying? Don't fucking... I got shot in the back by my own turret, asshole. Okay, new turret. New turret. Deploy. I need so many chicken wings right now. Why is that hitting that? Dude, obstacles in this game do not make any sense. Oh, right, my projectiles are short range. That's what's happening. I forgot. I have measly range. So what was really happening is the projectiles were canceling before they got to where they were going. Okay, so my cursor doesn't tell me. Alright. Maybe I shouldn't have gotten the short range. I don't know. Let's take fights in some small rooms. Oh, it's this guy. Ow! Fuck! I couldn't... The fucking turret blocks you in ways that it looks like it shouldn't, and I had to move around it to shoot the guys because my project... Fuck! Now I have to play through the whole goddamn game again. This game is not fun. Hot take, Dispontibus is better than Snakebird. Well, I don't like the whole internet culture of calling things takes, but I disagree with that very strongly. Now I can friendly fire myself even more. Alright. Alright. You know, the amount of aim assist on the arrows, I don't necessarily like either. Like, I think the game tries to be sneaky about it, but I definitely hit things that I feel like I shouldn't hit. Okay, there's no magic item. Maybe it's not guaranteed to have a magic item. Maybe it's random. I mean, there might be one on level 2, right? Tightening up the graphics on level 2. Let's see. Okay, well there's a magic item there. Maybe I just missed it before. Maybe it's guaranteed and I missed it. Isaac Tears. Alright, that's good. Damage up without range down is good in my book. Snakebird is hardest at the beginning because the snakes are so weird. And after a while you kind of start to get Snakebird, and it actually gets easier. I think Vampire Bat. Michael Jackson glove, we like that one. I don't know why they bother with you shooting the thing, because you have to clear the room anyway. Like, if you could shoot the thing and thereby not have to engage the monsters and escape the level, that would be one thing, but it locks the doors on you. So... Hey, look, the library. Let's go to the library. Again, for the 300th time. Okay, we're gonna put our turret down here. And we're gonna deal the shots. Oh, bad move, Space Cadet. Fuck! Move! Okay, I actually don't do that much more damage than my turret right now. Not take as much stupid damage this time. I don't think they learned that a smoother learning curve would attract more players. I think they got the idea that an easier game would attract more players. Because it's not really that it has a smoother learning curve and then becomes Snakebird. It like never... Like the first few levels of Snakebird are harder than Snakebird Primer like ever gets. So they got the idea that oh, puzzle games should be easy if you want people to buy them, which is the wrong lesson. It's also what fucking happened to Fidel Dungeon Rescue. God damn it. Like when a game doesn't sell well or as well as people would like, and I'm saying this, I know the author of Fidel Dungeon Rescue very well and don't mean to criticize his decisions too much, but like there's a lot of times, oh man, why did I do that? If you make a game easy, you remove the point of the game, you know? And the magic is in keeping the point of the game while also making it approachable, you know? And assuming that because when people play the game and they're telling you, oh, this game is hard, that has anything to do with why your sales are not as high as you would like, right? Like Spelunky was super hard, and yet all sorts of people bought that game. Dark Souls games are super hard, all sorts of people buy them. So it's very easy to like hear player feedback like that and assume way too much about how meaningful it is. Oh, why did I do that? Move! Good thing I don't have to fight monsters in this game. Oh man, although I kind of do to get my hit points back, because it's not giving me chicken wings. I wonder if it turns down chicken wings if you get Vampire Bite. That would be stupid. I wouldn't put it past this game, but it would be stupid. Alright. $7. I like this one. This is baller. Alright. Why was he making a Three Stooges noise? No, wait, which one is that? That's slow enemy shots, right? Yeah. Okay, we're gonna fight in smaller rooms for a bit. So I kind of just don't want to use my turret for a bit. Ah! Except maybe to distract guys. But... Ow! I thought... I thought the guy was going to charge toward my position when... Fuck this game, dude. I dodged him, but he went further. Now I have to play through all that shit again. I don't want to play through any of that shit. I have to play through it all again. Alright, well. Can we buy food for $29? I don't think it's enough. No, we need like $70. Alright, I'm playing through all this shit again. Yeah, to me, difficulty is not really the most important thing about a puzzle. Although I think if you do make things difficult, you have to give people a way to pace the difficulty for themselves, right? You have to give them a way to be easier for a while, or to do something else that's difficult, but that they might be able to deal with, you know? Like just an oppressively difficult, oppressively linear game is not a very approachable game design. Come on, bro. Alright, I'll take that. Go that way? Right. Peculiar room. You did not find witness approachable, but that's fine. It's not your kind of game. It's approachable in the dimension that I just mentioned about easy versus difficult, but it also expects you to take a great deal of initiative and figure things out on your own, which is not every game is like that. But yeah. Like, if I could get this plus rebound, that would be pretty awesome. I'll go for health up. Yeah, like Witnesses intentionally asks you to make your own way, and if that's not the kind of game that you want to play, then you'll find it difficult. It also expects a very high degree of game literacy, which a lot of people don't necessarily have. Like if your mom plays The Witness, I don't know. Some moms, I guess, do fine, but it's not intended for that, you know. Why does he have a shield all of a sudden? Whoa, I didn't see that. Damn, bro. Alright. I don't have Vampire Bat anymore. Dude, that was... I had good equipment on that run. I just died. It was no good. Can I break his shield eventually? I don't think so. So we have to wait for that turret to die. We'll put one up there. And we'll take the guy down here. Come here, buddy. Chicken wing. 2 chicken wings. Where's the other chicken wing? There was a chicken wing among all that mess. Okay, where's the Switch? Where is the Nintendo Switch in this giant room? There it is. Thank you for the extra chicken wing. I need to do more damage. I also need to not whiff my shots. We got double chickens in this room. Cover me while I loot. I don't remember what that does. Alright, stronger knockback. We'll take it. This room is boring and stupid. Like, they just don't react if you're past a certain distance, I guess. Oh, dude, bro, come on. Now I gotta go eat a chicken wing. I was just like a pixel on it. Alright, there's one. It's probably better to go this way anyway. Why didn't my fire hurt him? Oh, well, whatever. Whatever, man. Can I do something with this fire? Like, burn the barrels? Torches are already lit. Maybe this would have been the room with the dude in it, except that I cleared it. I don't know. Maybe that's just random. Do I think there will be a public compiler available in the next year? I'm not sure. There'll definitely be a closed beta of some degree happening. And then, you know, the schedule between that and open, it just depends on how well it goes, you know, and how much we feel we need to fix and all that sort of thing. Did not take stupid damage on that guy. All right. Oh, I didn't see that. Good thing I have plenty of knockback. Do I go back and get the chicken wing? Maybe in a bit. magic item. Shouldn't I be getting a magic item soon? Oof. Should have dashed. See, I don't ever bother fighting guys, which means I'm getting worse at fighting guys. Die, you dummy dumb butt. Dude, we have a double chicken wing. I'm not going to eat the second one yet. I have to take a note about a game design idea that I had. It has nothing to do with this game, but frickin' turret collapsed. So much chicken wing now. It's really great. Oh, flamer. Flame broiled whopper. Oh. I want to get my turret up before I do flame broiled whopper again. Run! Thank you. Alright. Okay, that's brimstone. These guys are brimstone. Oh! Oh yeah, I have the boots, so I go a little bit faster. It makes it easy to mistake. Okay, I have to not get shot by my own dude. The humble bundle. What is... Oh, that's my humble bundle. All right. Okay, so I think dragon is soon, right? I don't know. I don't know where I am in the dungeon. 7. Oh, I'm only there? Okay. Coins luck up. Damage up. I think we take damage up, bro. Don't shoot me. Oh, dude, I totally walked into that. See, I can actually fight monsters sometimes. What? My turret shot me. It was like right on me. What a butt. Don't shoot me, turrets. Thank you. Don't whiff. Like, the game is just way more fun if you don't use your items, which is maybe not a good thing. Okay, maybe we'll do this. What monster is that? It's a dark monster. Oh, oh, flame broil. What are you shooting, flame broil? So when that guy's brimstoned, is that just extra damage? He like doesn't projectile anything. So much knockback on that guy. Alright, let's check and wing it. We're just winging it. That's what this game should be called, winging it. Let's clear out this last room that we actually have to clear out, and then... Oh god. Alright. So, let's fight this guy, and hopefully we will not regret it. Even though I don't really know how the obstacles work. So much knockback, bro. Okay, well, that was not hard. Oh yeah. We want that one. We want that one. Okay. Okay. And we get our free chicken wing that we don't even need. I don't know if I've ever needed the free chicken wing, even though when I don't get it, I often have serious health problems, so I'm not sure what that's about. Alright, the dragon chain. This is the first time we've made it to the dragon today at all. That's how bad I suck. Okay, so we're going to drop turrets. We're going to watch out for everything. Wait, why do I have 2 turrets now? And why does the dragon have a pet boar? Fucking stupid dragon. You like have to be out and then dodge. That turret does like no dragon damage. This strat was not really the right strat. See, I can't get my ricochet on this guy. Ow! You just have to kind of stay there a little bit long, that's all. Oh, and he's slow now, because oh no, I don't have pet turtle this time. Alright, we killed the bummer dragon, finally. Oh, I have to pick these up around the bummer dragon. Well, that was great. How come I didn't get a chicken wing here? Uh-oh, the music just got serious. Oh yeah, I have ricochet. I forgot. Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck am I even looking at? Oh, they're on me! Fuck! I can't move! Holy cow, dude. What just happened? Fucking pixel art. I was looking at my guy, I couldn't even tell what was happening. Like, what kind of a ridiculous level setup is this? Why doesn't my turret ever shoot these guys? Okay. Well, I'm at half HP. It's not good. Oh, come on, move, 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 move! No, 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 move. I'm not used to dodging those. They're just way off the screen where I can't see. My turret just doesn't shoot those guys. Turret just simply... Okay, there's still a monster up in this room. Oh, there's a lot, actually. Fuck! Why? I don't understand the auto aim on the ricochet. It like aims sometimes. This game is really annoying me. Like right there it was aiming and then it's not aiming. Like sometimes it aims by ridiculous angles and other times it doesn't. Like, can anyone explain to me what is the difference? Like, I feel like by the time I'm this far into the game, I should know how that works. Maybe it was aiming and he just moved after... No, because he was standing still right there. I should have just aimed straight for his head, but I was like, I'm going to go for the double damage ricochet, and it just didn't aim. Yeah, like what the... Have I ever tried asking the ricochet how it feels before shooting? I honestly haven't. Okay, let's see if I got anything for that. Because if I didn't... We've got 49, which isn't enough to buy food. Yeah, this is kind of bullshit. I'm kind of done with the game, I guess. I mean... We could try to fight the bummer dragon one more time and buy a better food, but like, why would I do that? Okay, here's the thing. Turret doesn't help versus bummer dragon and it shoots me sometimes, right? So the obvious massively OP thing is just this. If I can figure out how to select it again. So the turret really does negligible damage, so we're just going back to poison, and we're just going to farm and beat the bummer dragon again, and I don't know what. Are there any other games I should try? Look at all these chicken wings, it's offensive. Oh, I thought he was dead. Walked right into it. right into it. Alright, damage up. Ay, 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 ay. Have I seen the beginner's guide? Yes. Okay, so which of these does more damage up? I don't know. Fucking... I decided to try to fight him instead of poison webbing, and that's what I get for my troubles. You know what I'm saying? Just poison web all the guys all the time. And the noise is so horrible. That's what makes it even better, is the noise is so horrible. Like, the guy doesn't even pathfind. Like, what? Oh! Finger. I don't remember what that is. Well, that's not great. But whatever. I whiffed. If I'm gonna whiff, I'm gonna need the poison net. Dude, this thing recharges so fast, too. Why is it in the game? Why is it in the game? Did he even playtest it for 2 seconds? Alright, well, I took a lot of damage. We're not gonna beat the Bummer Dragon if we keep taking this much damage. So we have to get our head in the game. Oh, come on, bro. Move. That it doesn't even work right. Because a lot of the times I win and it doesn't make those come toward me. And this time it did. I don't even know why. Alright. So. I don't know what this does. I tend to not like rooms like that in Isaac unless I've got a setup that's so crazy that I'm exploiting it. Fork. Alright. We got the fork. We're in the shop. Like, why would I want the items that I could have picked? It doesn't make that much sense to me. Damage way up. That's good for Dragon. That's better for Dragon than Ricochet. But Ricochet probably really helps me against the stupid ass spiders. Although Poison Net helps me against the stupid ass spiders. Alright. Oh, wait, what was that? I didn't know he could throw a glue bomb. Wait. That was my thing ricocheting off his shield. I get it. Okay, his shield is bad news bears. I never had that much clarity about that before. All right. Oh God. All right. That could have been more dramatic than it was. Ain't no thing but a chicken wing. Alright, what do we got? Spider. Why does it put a picture of a spider when what it does is it lets me give people pet turtles? I don't understand that. Whoops. I whiffed my shot. Do you want a pet turtle? There, have a pet turtle. Do you want a pet turtle? Okay. I'm just trying to give people a lifelong friendship with pet turtles. Oh God! It's hard to move fast enough because I'm shooting. Good thing the undead are poisoned. Like, it wouldn't be so OP if, like, undead were immune or something. Alright. Alright, what are we doing? We're not eating chicken wings because there's so many of those laying around. We're gonna, maybe before we do a programming stream tonight, we're gonna do some Uber Eats of a really good hamburger, I think. That is on the table. And Brussels sprouts. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Okay. Now, Bummer Dragon. All right. We do a lot of damage, I guess. And we'll put the net down. We just have to worry about not blocking our path with the Bummer net. You know what I'm saying? Ow, I didn't move enough. He's got a pet turtle, man. He's so easy to deal with. Oh god. Yay, Bummer Dragon is dead. Right. The Bummer Dragon is dead. Alright. Alright, so I've got poison net, I've got high damage and lower firing rate, so use it. Use them or lose them. Pet turtle for you. Pet turtle for you. Pet turtle for you too, buddy. Pet turtle for you dumbass spiders. Good thing spiders can get poisoned. Well, it's much faster to shoot the spiders than poison them. Let's just put it that way. Okay, let's not do this right now. Oh, he like incubates the other enemy to make spiders, so maybe if I shoot the other enemy... Foot shot. I love the enemy AI, man. It's so good. Alright. Whoa, I'm stuck in a corner. That's no good. Pet turtle for you. You get a pet turtle, and you get a pet turtle. Everybody gets a pet turtle. Oh, not this frickin' room. Whoa! Yeah, you don't need to leave the net at all. You just got to go back and forth on it. Let's eat that chicken wing. I don't care if I poisoned it with my poison. Oh, but that's a wall? What is that? Oh, that's a coin glow? What am I even looking at? Fucking indie pixel art game, dude. I thought that was like a laser beam trap. Could have been one. Alright, who wants a pet turtle? You do. I can tell. Oh, I got hit. Okay. Come on, baby. If I had something I could throw over walls, that would be good here, but if there's a thing, I haven't unlocked it. You need like a Molotov cocktail. Alright, well, that's cleared. Do they just die in one hit? I guess so. So the net is just like an impenetrable barrier versus baby spiders. That's what's happening there. Pet turtle. Alright, we have so much chicken wing. I kind of feel like I should go fight the optional monster for the item. Even though this could be life-threatening. I don't know if these get harder as the game goes on. Uh-oh, I knocked him out of the thing. Go back in the net, buddy. Stop! What? How come I can't dodge the fucking thing? Like, the time, if you shoot, the time it takes you to shoot is how long his tongue goes to you. So, like, I don't understand. Maybe I have to wait for the tongue and then shoot? If he gets me one more time, I'm dead, though. Alright, well, that might have been worth. Let's see. Health way up, or ricochet. Let's... Okay, there's more chicken wing in this room somewhere. There. And there's one in this room somewhere. Chicken wing, chicken wing, chicken wing. Chicken wing. Chicken wing. Alright. Well. Let's see what we got next. Not one of these. We might be able to afford food next. Damage up, damage, attack speed way up, damage a bit down. That could be a good trade-off since I do a lot of damage already. I'm kind of needing health. Yeah. I mean, depending on how much down damage went, that's worth it. Because being able to move after you fire is important. You know what I'm saying? 23? I don't have 23 coins. What are you talking about? Right. Ah! Stop! Stop! You get a pet turtle. Oh my god, dude. Fuck, move! There's like a lightning bolt Shazam guy. I don't even know who that is. I should have ricocheted her. I don't trust the ricochet anymore after that whole thing that happened. should have killed it before it laid eggs. It didn't matter. Like, they just ran on the net and died. I don't feel particularly broken up about that. Oh God! Okay, you gotta shoot him before his tongue pulls you back, I see. Which is easier to do if you have more faster shots. Oh fuck! No, don't shoot the wall under those circumstances. That is very bad. I need more knockback on this guy. I need to get more tongue time. Now, okay, where's the wing? There it is. That's an Electro Woman and Dyna Girl guy. Oh, that almost. Like, what the hell was that ricochet right there? Somebody explain that to me. And then other times it just doesn't aim. Maybe it's just random, and it's supposed to be random. That doesn't seem good. Ah! No, run! Okay. I screwed that up real bad. Alright. Now we really need some health. Just that guy owns you if you get close to him. Really. Uh-oh, I don't like this. I'm just gonna go around this, because, like, I just don't need to know the behavior of those yet. Not when I have 1 health. Let's go down this way. I really need a chicken wing. Oh God, I almost panic biffed that. I do a lot of damage on ricochet though. Like, it's really good. I wish I had vampire right now, because then I'd be racking up the health. You know? Okay, we're not doing that right now. Not on 1 heart, we aren't. What monster is it? Darkness guy. I don't know what that is. Okay. Why am I not bouncing off the... What the... Oh, it's that! Fucking pixel art, dude. It's bouncing off this and not this. That's why I was so confused. Alright. There's a chicken wing in there, which is good for us. No longer on the edge of everything. Oh god. I don't like that. How much health has this guy got? We're gradually building back up the chicken wing inventory. What is this? This is just... oh. I'm a master of strategy. Whoops. Let's let that recharge. Well, I would like more wings than I have right now. I surely would. Oh! I didn't see that coming. Like, what's that ricochet right there? Explain that to me. Like, sometimes the ricochets are ridiculously aimed, and other times they are not. It's kind of bananas. Alright, well that's that level. Do we get another peculiar room? Nope, we don't. Alright. Oh god. Oh! There's just no time to react to that. Whatever. I kind of feel like I'm done with the game. Like, okay, we're gonna go back to the camp. And if it doesn't offer us a shortcut, we're done with the game at this point. Like seriously. I don't... The fish and bacon chowder. Attack speed, and chance to find coins. Health, attack speed, and chance. So these are both very similar. It's like, do I want more health or not? Well, people. I mean, attack speed and health are really important, so like, especially then, because you could get health down items like the nail or whatever. But, fuck this game at this point. Like, you know? Wait, it's... Oh, it's not cumulative through all the... I thought I got one for every level. It's not. That's lame. I think we're done. Unless anyone... Has anyone played further than this and can tell me that something awesome happens? Or is it... Or is this pretty much what the game is? While I'm asking that, I'm gonna order up a hamburger. 'Cause hell yeah. Hell yeah. There's only 3 bosses? Alright, well. I didn't really... I mean, I feel the first 2 bosses are telling me what the third boss is going to be like. Alright. Try this one. And then we'll get wait, they don't have Brussels sprouts here. I thought they did. We'll get that. And we'll get that. View cart. Review order. Get it now. Alrighty. Why isn't that Casey quote in Casey's quote list? Why is it in my quote list? Doesn't make sense. All right, well, I think we're done with this game. Oh, it shows a different guy because that's who I had selected. Interesting. They have different drawings per character. Or maybe it's random. Maybe it's random. What are the other achievements? friend of nature, beat the game. Read all the available texts. Yeah. It's about half reasonable achievements and half silly ones. If I start programming, chat can start arguing about how good or bad Java is. Maybe I don't want to start programming right now, just because the next thing to do is something that I really want to, it's the working on the motion again. And I want to like not be hungry like I am right now, and I want to I want to at least take an hour break where I like think about the solution to the problem and then restart the stream and do it. So I definitely want to work on that tonight. I just don't want to do it till after food and stuff. So I don't know, should we do a general Q&A? Like, what should we do? Is there a different game that I should play? Oh, I should. All right. You'd love to hear me critique more indie games. Well, that was just me being grumpy about an indie game for hours. How much more do you want than that? Did I play Cultist Simulator? Yes, I did. Have I played Rogue Legacy? Yes. Although, when I played Rogue Legacy, it might have been like a really early pre-release version. I don't remember. So what I played might have been different from the final release. Play Apex Legends? Maybe after they nerf the Wingman and add a map, I'll play some more Apex Legends. I don't know. I'm kind of done with it for now. What are some of my favorite puzzle games? You can see that on my Steam curation group. Did I play Swords and Sorcery? Yes. Did I play Into the Breach? Yes. I'm grumpy about a diverse set of games. Yeah, I have a curation group on Steam where I curate the group. Did I play Pipe Push Paradise? Yeah, I played it. I did not play the entire game. I played it, and it was one of those games where I felt like it was just going toward more complicated puzzles and not more insightful puzzles, which might be wrong. But that's where I was at with it, and I was like, I'm not totally feeling it. Also, the indie pixel art thing just drives me up the wall after a while. How do you even find a curator on Steam? I don't know. If you search Google for My Curation Group, because that's the official name for it, My Curation Group, you will see it. Did I play What Remains? No, I don't know what that is. It's something that remains, apparently, but I don't know what that is that remains. Have I played Hiding Spot? I played it a little bit. And again, indie pixel art thing drove me up the wall. Like, when it's trying so hard to be low-res indie pixel art and like your brain can't parse the scene and it's getting in the way of it being a puzzle game because your brain can't parse the scene, like I don't like that very much. And And I felt like Hiding Spot had a lot of that. And also, I don't know. I mean, the puzzles, I don't know how many puzzles I played, but it wasn't like a game at some point has to communicate to you that its puzzles are really about something. And I didn't get that from it, but I maybe didn't play long enough. Could I have found a more generic game for the curation group? I don't have a problem finding it. Every time I want to find it, I just Google for my curation group. What remains? Uh-oh. It's an itch.io link, which is already a bad sign, but let's take a look. What remains? Great. 8-bit game for the emblematic 1985 NES console. Okay, wait. If it's actually running in a NES emulator and is programmed in assembly language, that's fine. If it's pretending to be a NES, I don't care. Oh, it looks like it actually is. Yeah, okay. No, it actually is. All right, cool. I mean, I probably still don't. I just, look, okay, here's the thing, guys. I was born in 1971, okay? I grew up in the 80s, and I thought 80s video games were awesome in the 80s. But a lot of the way 80s video games are is because we couldn't do better at the time, all right? So like all this, you know, when things are being super retro, it's really not appealing. Because it's like, let's go back and make things bad in the way that we know how not to anymore, you know? I mean, there are definitely aesthetics inspired by pixel art that are good, but like, you know, 98% of games that do pixel art are not that. They're just like pixel art because they don't want to try to do non-pixel art or whatever. And I was way oversaturated on that stuff years ago. And yeah, Secrets of Reticon, I played that a long time ago. Or Redicon, however you pronounce that. Gris, I don't know. I haven't been in the mood to play indie platformers. I downloaded Gris or Gris or however you pronounce it. I have not played it yet. It is a possibility to play. But I haven't yet. I don't know if we're recommending games. I thought we were doing a Q&A, but people keep saying game names. So I don't know what that means. Just play Dust Force. Yeah, Dust Force is good, man. It means you want to watch me play more games. Well, the thing is, I mean, the food's going to get here. I can't be playing games while the food is being delivered. Can I tell you anything about the games we are working on? No. We will announce them when they get announced officially. And yeah. Do I ever play high budget games that are not BRs? Well, when I think they're good and I'm going to enjoy them. What has that meant in the past couple of years? I don't know. I've probably played some. I don't remember what. What is the game I'm most excited about that we are not developing? I don't know of any. I mean, maybe Miyagakure again. That's going to be good. I don't know anything about Casey's game because he'll never show it to me, so I don't know. But yeah, I mean, most games that people are making are pretty boring, honestly, if you've been in games for a while or if you've played games for a while. That's why people age out of video games a lot of the time, right? People play video games when they're young and they get older and they're just like, I did that. It's because we're not making games that are that interesting, honestly. Is a PhD the right path for doing graphics research? I don't know. I don't know what graphics PhDs look like right now. Frankly, I'm unimpressed by most graphics research papers. They're mostly bullshit, but that's kind of most PhDs at this point. So it's more like you have to be in the 2% of PhDs that are actually good because the system is not good. But the PhDs who are good are probably really good, right? So I don't know, man. I don't know. Below is the last game. Yeah, I liked Below, even though it had a lot of problems and I got grumpy about it a lot. I do recommend overall playing it. Because it's a very unique game. The papers put out by Disney and NVIDIA or BS. No, I mean the papers put out by people earning their PhDs. Or their master's degrees or anything like that. Like academic computer science papers in general are complete bullshit unless they're from the math part of computer. Like the more applied they are, the more they're crap, basically, in computer science. The mathy ones, of course, make sense, but it's very hard to respect computer science academia papers in general. But then, of course, once in a while you get someone who writes good papers. So, you know. If I had to use a garbage collected language, what would it be? I don't know. Like, of the garbage collected languages I have used, ML is the closest to usable, but I don't want to program in ML, so I'm not sure. Maybe Tim Sweeney's language that has never been released. Why do I think ECS is not a good solution for most games? Let's turn that around. Why do you think you need it? What is ECS going to give you that you think is so important that you're going to adopt a whole system for it? I've ranted on ECS at many points. Have I played Battlerite? No, but I've watched some streamers play it. It's third person, I guess. I don't play third person battle royales. It's dumb. Oh, is Battlerite the one that looks like Dota? I guess in that case it's less dumb. I keep confusing it. There's the one that looks like Dota, and then there's the fantasy themed one that looks more like Fortnite and is more of that perspective. Yeah, okay. I haven't played Battlerite. That I would rather play Battlerite than the other one that I'm thinking of. I don't mind third person if it's that kind of third person view, but the kind where it's like in PUBG third person where you look around corners and whatever, it's like, no, forget it. Forget it. You feel like the academic papers that are more applied without actually solving real hardware software problems are just people grinding to get their masters. That is true. But I mean, I think it's much deeper than that. Like, there's a self-delusion throughout academia that is really not great. Did I play the latest God of War? No. No, I wasn't thinking of Smite. Nier Automata, it's not a game that I've ever played. Isn't that some Japanese game where you run around attacking things? I mean, have I played Dota a little bit? Not very much. I have not very much. You guess the deal with ECS is trying to make use of cache effects. False! False. Well, okay. Here's the thing. Everybody, okay, when you ask me about entity component systems, there are two very different things. There's what is an entity component system generally, and there's what is the specific design Unity is doing, right? The specific design Unity is doing, yes, is trying to be optimal and make use of cache effects. That has nothing to do with a component system. It's an orthogonal concern. It's a way that they are architecting a component system to be faster than the way people usually do it, okay? And that's good. I don't wish to complain about that. But the stuff that they're doing, the optimizations they're doing are not a component system. They're an implementation of a component system in a certain way, right? So, but why do you even want a component system to begin with, right? That's the question. Do you know what I'm saying there? Hopefully you know what I'm saying there. Nier has interesting gameplay elements. Level design is generally bad, though. I don't know. All I know is I probably looked at it a couple times in videos and was like, not my thing. I do that a lot. Have I played Talos Principle? Yes. A guy at a Blizzard talk told you the benefit of the component part of the component system is it makes it easier to sync data on a network reliably. That sounds like completely bullshit to me. That doesn't sound like it makes sense at all. Sorry. I mean, it could well be that some aspect of their component system is that they then register the fields of the component in a way that the network package can use them, or the network package has all the information about the components hard-coded or something. But like, that statement is not a true statement. It has nothing to do with how easy or hard it is to transmit network things. It's an orthogonal problem. Am I doing a programming stream anytime soon? Yeah, we're going to do one this evening after dinner. Oh, Brandon is out for delivery. I may have to go get the food. All right, let me put some socks on. Can we get another chat room in Discord for rants? That's not a bad idea. I wouldn't mind people linking them just so that then we can put them at the bottom of the page here. You know, that would be good. cache effects of ECS. Well, the rant that I just did was not a very good one. That's probably not one that I would permalink, because I know that I've explained that in more patiently and less grumpily and in greater detail a different time. They were like, we need ECS because it's difficult to know what should update what. But what does that mean? Like, I mean, yes, your networking system needs to know what should update what. That is true. It's unclear how a component system helps that, unless it lets you make arbitrary decisions. But like, those are decisions you could put in a procedure. Like it, you know. All right, Brandon. Where are you going? I don't know where he's going. Sounds more like we had no idea how to do it, and ECS gave us a unifying vision of how to do it. I could believe that, right? But I just, like, having done client-server network games before, I have a very clear picture of the problem, and it's orthogonal. It's just orthogonal to component systems. That's all there is to it. And in fact, if you tie your networking too much to the component system, just like Casey was saying on his stream today, like, that structure can make it impossible to get past a certain level of quality or efficiency, because, you know, if you just treat every component a certain way, regardless of what context it's being used in, that introduces inefficiencies and a structure that you may not be able to get around. Is there anything that would be helpful made by the community to take some of the load off? No, I just got to get things done, honestly. What did we use for Sokoban then? Entities. You'd rather have an entity component model over ECS any day. How are those two things different? People keep saying ECS when I think they mean Unity's entity component system or something. ECS is a general term for a general kind of thing. Have I looked at Vulkan much? Not really, but friends of mine say it's terrible, and I believe them. And the Vulkan talk at GDC last year convinced me that the initiative had lost its way. And so I don't have any faith that Vulkan's going to get better. ECS is focused on DoD and has systems that update all components at once. No. Didn't I just say 5 minutes ago, didn't I just explain the difference? No. An entity component system has nothing to do with data-oriented design. Nothing whatsoever, okay? It is an idea. It's been around for decades. It's not new. The idea of entity component system is that an entity is a group of components, and that you instantiate functionality by attaching components to an entity, and that this can be data-driven and flexible. That's basically all it means, okay? There are many different implementations of an entity component system. Many of them are slow because they involve components being heap allocated, right? And so that's one reason why the Unity one is fast. They're like, we're going to do it a different way. But those are different things. The data-oriented design aspect of it applies to anything, right? It applies to a non-component-oriented entity system just as well as it applies to a component-oriented entity system, all right? All right. I'm going to go downstairs and, oh, actually, we'll give it another minute or two. That is what people are calling an entity component model. When people talk about ECS, currently they're talking about Unity. No, it's just people who don't know what the hell they're talking about. Like, that's all. Don't adopt terminology of people who don't know what they're talking about. All right, I got to go downstairs. I'll be back in a minute. We're going to leave the stream running, and I'll try to be less grumpy maybe if I'm eating some food. That would be good. Okay. Got my burger. It's really weird to me. It's really weird to me that maybe it's because way too many indie developers use Unity or something, but like people have allowed Unity's marketing to dictate that ECS now means Unity thing when it didn't used to mean that. Like, why would you do that? Why would you let that happen? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. Turn chat off. Because Mike Acton told you so. Yeah. The friggin' Insobot keeps responding to the keyword ECS, which is annoying. What is the best thing I worked on before Braid? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. I mean, nothing's really in the same league from before those times. I mean, I worked on some AAA games that were not that good ultimately. Yeah, this is what I'm trying to tell people is like the idea of having an entity component system is not new. So someone is asking me about like, hey, what was some other stuff you worked on, right? So I worked on an Oddworld game. I guess it was Munch's Odyssey on the Xbox, the original Xbox One, the Xbox One, not the Xbox One. And, you know, I was a consultant on that team for a little bit. And guess what? It used an entity component system. It was not a data-driven one. It used, or I don't think of it that way, but I don't totally remember everything about it. But like, you know, it used frickin' component factories to instantiate components that you put on things and whatever. And that was probably 2001. That was 18 years ago. So, yeah. And I mean, even older than that. I didn't work on these games, but Looking Glass's games in the 1990s were all about behavior, dynamical behaviors affecting objects. And they did that via what today you would call components being attached to entities. I don't remember if that's what they called it. It might have been what they called it. They might have called it something else. But that's what it was, you know, in 1995. So like people have been doing this for at least, what is it now? 24 years. It's not a new thing. It is not a new thing. Just because you just learned about it last week does not mean it's a new thing. Did I work with Charles Bloom? Yes. I wish I'd done a much better job of working with Charles Bloom, but yes, I did. Where's the burger from? It's from Umami Burger. And I got a lettuce wrap situation, so it's going to be hard to eat. In what way do I wish I had done a better job? It's hard to explain, and I actually would rather not get into it, but being a consultant working on somebody else's project involves a wide range of skills. And only one of those skills is being good at programming. And I hadn't necessarily at that point yet developed my other skills well enough. We'll just say that. And especially like running a team and running a company gives you a very different perspective on things. And having done that, if I were to go back and work in that kind of a position, I would see it very differently than I do now, or than I did then, I mean. Somebody needs to genetically engineer lettuce for hamburgers, for lettuce wrap hamburgers, that is more bun-like and does a better job at letting you eat it without making a mess. All right. We have had some food. At what point in my career did I start thinking about retirement savings? I never have done that. I mean, I have a little bit because I'm starting to get like old. And I did back in the braid days because it was like, hey, I was making money and they say put some of it in a retirement account so you don't get taxed as much. So I like did that, but it just sits there. This may look like a beer, but it is not a beer. Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of okay. I'm not in a position that most people are, right? Like, even if my company went out of business and we lost all the money in the bank trying to keep ourselves from going out of business, like, I could just make royalties off something like braid selling or whatever. So I don't have to worry as much about retirement as a lot of people do. Unless we dissolve copyright law or the democratic socialists take over and abolish intellectual property. And then who knows? But if that happens, a lot of us will find ourselves in gulags anyway. So not being able to make money off braid would probably be the least of my problems in that case. What does someone need to do to get hired by the company? Well, first of all, we need to be hiring, which we're not generally because we're small and just trying to get some projects done. But then just being really good at the thing that we're hiring for. Like it's not that complicated. No, the democratic socialists aren't really talking about being like Europe. They're using that as their entry gambit, but like if you listen to what Ocasio-Cortez says about what economic system would be ideal, it's not Europe, it's, Soviet Union. So, just pay attention to that. She's not lying about what she wants. Have I played any of the Metro games? I played Mini Metro. No, I played a little bit of one of the Metro games from like 10 years ago or whatever, but not in a long time. Yeah, the funny thing is, like, Bernie Sanders' last election cycle saying, look, socialism is not that bad. We just want to be like countries that are doing really well, like Denmark. And the ambassador from Denmark saying, buddy, we're not socialist. We're a market capitalist economy with a safety net, right? There's a big difference between those things. Big difference. You don't think most people except a few special Californians and New Yorkers want an actual socialist society? I think that's true as well. However, sometimes vocal minorities can sway large groups of people and make big things happen, right? I mean, what percentage of university students want speakers to be banned from speaking on campus? if they express views that make, you know, one person at the university uncomfortable or whatever. I think only a small minority of students would want that to happen, and yet it happens at many campuses, right? Same with workplaces, right? It's creeping out from campuses into workplaces. So just because most people don't want something to happen doesn't mean it won't happen if that majority of people just lets it happen. That's all I'm saying. You would have used the example of Trump getting elected? Maybe, but that's not quite the same thing. Because Trump getting elected was a response to actual problems that had been built up, economic problems mostly, that had been built up and not responded to by both parties for decades, right? It's not a very good response to those problems, but nobody else was offering a response to those problems. So it's not that surprising that Trump won. You know, and close to 50% of the people who voted for him. So what do you want? You know, that's not a minority. That's not a small minority. No, okay, look. Here's another piece of knowledge that seems to have been lost. People who wanted the Democrats to win keep saying, well, he only won the Electoral College. That's not winning the popular vote. Yes, he won the Electoral College and won the presidency because that is the system working as designed. That's not a bug. What we were taught back in school, when public education probably wasn't as bad as today, is that that was the design of the system. Because people who, there's a bunch of reasons, but one of them that seems pretty obvious is that people who live in cities tend to think similarly, and people who do not live in cities tend to harbor different ideas. And there does tend to be a little bit of a groupthink situation between people who live in cities, right? And so it was this balance. It was a way, having a way to win the election without winning the popular vote is designed in for that case. Because if you don't have that, then otherwise the people living in cities just walk all over the people in rural areas all the time, right? Because more people live. The definition of a city is that it's a higher population density, right? And so if you're going to say it's a straight vote by numbers, by majority, then people living in cities will always win. And therefore, if you're people who do not live in cities, you will feel unrepresented in the long term, right? And what does that lead to? It leads to a lot of problems. So the system was designed this way on purpose, and like nobody fucking even seems aware of that anymore, because that's how stupid we are now. It's like, holy shit. I mean, you may not think that it's an appropriate design anymore. Maybe you think that today is different and it's outlasted like some people seem to think that it's because it was hard to count votes or something, but I don't think that's really the main motivation, right? Anyway, you could certainly think that we should do things differently now, and that's fine, but just at least know why it is the way it is and what it was for. It was for exactly what it did in the Trump election, okay? So saying that that's a bug is not correct. Saying that you don't think it should be that way is fine, but then we need to have that discussion as a country. And a lot of people, like all the people not living in cities and a number of the people living in cities, probably don't want the cities to walk all over everybody else. It just doesn't, it's not good. All right? You get what I'm saying? The Electoral College is the way it is because communication was slow and we sent electors to do the And I mean, that's one reason. That's one reason. The way I was taught, that was far from the only reason. Like, dude, why does that... Okay. We count the votes, and the electors vote based on the votes, right? If we had wanted to use the actual vote count instead of the electoral vote count, we would have used the actual vote count. Like, I don't know. I'm not going to... Let's talk about computer things. Does anyone have any computer questions? You watched Apollo 11 today. Yeah, that's good. I think I'm going to go see it again. I've seen it once. I would gladly see it twice. I opened the politics vortex. Start programming. Well, I want to take a break before I start programming. We're going to do a programming stream today where we attack the movement system more, but I want to have a thinking about it break first. Maybe now would be a time for that. I don't know. If we're in the politics hole never to emerge, then maybe it's good break time. Uh-oh, I got onions on the floor. Onion alert. Yeah, if it's entity component system versus politics, I don't really know. There's no way to win. The only way to win is not to play. It's actually the same. Okay, look. If you're going to, this is the last thing I'm going to say about the politics thing, just to think about, again, I'm a game designer, right? Game design is about designing a system that generates the behavior that you would like, right? So just look at Congress, all right? You have the Senate and the representatives. The representatives are based pretty closely on population, right? The Senate is not. Why? How does that make any sense if the ideal is that you get one vote per person only, right? It doesn't. It's very far. Like 2 senators per state. What the? Who the hell ever thought of that? How does that not make any sense? How does that make any sense? Well, it makes sense if your job is to ensure that people are represented, right, including minorities, right? You don't want a tyranny of a majority. So just think about why the Senate is the way it is and apply that to the Electoral College. That's the last thing I'm going to say there. Jesus. I shouldn't have said even that because the politics discussion is going to go crazy. Yeah, the launch this morning was good. I'm glad. Thank you, whoever brought it up, because I hadn't known that was happening for some reason, and it was a cool thing to watch. Am I still going to have to re-record the test with timing issues? Yes, but I kind of don't want to do that until the movement system kind of mostly works, because timing issues could change otherwise. Or the more broken it is, the more the higher density of problems that could be caused by timing issues. So yeah, but you know, no matter what, ultimately, some of the tests will always break, even for minor things. Like if you change the acceleration on, you know, how fast a certain character ramps up to walking from standing, if you change that acceleration number, then maybe at least one test breaks because it's a time test, and that makes a difference. So that's the bummer about time tests, and that's why I spent a lot of effort trying to not make tests timed, but I ultimately realized they kind of, well, the ones that don't need to be are not timed, but some of them really need to be. Is rolling your own engine the approach you'd recommend for others getting into indie game dev? No. If you are new, well, it depends. If you're getting into indie game development because your skill is to develop, or your goal is to develop programming skills, then sure, go ahead and make your own engine and stuff. But otherwise, you know, if your goal is to get a game done, then don't start by making your own engine because it's too much work. It's too hard. Start by working with some existing code and then get some experience. And then once you have some experience, you'll be more ready to do something like that. I am full-time in San Francisco right now. My plan had been to move to Seattle for much more than 1 year, but it just didn't work out. I wasn't having a good time there, and it was hard to run the company from there. That's all. I would not consider moving back without a really good reason. I don't know what that reason would be. Even though San Francisco sucks, life is just better here. Am I watching the major? Yeah. You don't like Train, so you avoid it when Train is on? Nobody played Train during any of the games that I watched, although, you know, I'm in Pacific time, so when I get up, usually at least one best of 3 is over. So maybe people have played Train, but I haven't seen it at all during this major. We do have an office, yeah. You hate Mirage? I really don't like Cache. Cache to me is a really boring map where everything looks the same. I would like to see a surprise game on Dust 1 in a major. That would be baller. Back when men were men and had to break through to the bomb site. What do I think about Artifact? I mean, I'm not that interested in card games, but it looked really boring to me. It looked like Valve designed a microtransaction system first and then kind of made it into a card game. I'm not that interested in the Dota fiction, so that's just a slathering of nerd stuff that makes it less appealing to me instead of more. I don't know. It just doesn't seem like a good game. Oh, they're going to do a Cache rework? Okay. That's necessary. It is necessary. I think they could bring back, like, I mean, Mansion would be bananas. No pro would ever play Mansion, but that would be good. Or what was the one? I don't remember the names of any of the old maps. Militia? Militia would be fun, right? Office. I always liked Office a little bit, although that's a hostage map and nobody plays hostages in pro. Although hostages may be better now that, I guess in CSGO, I was watching someone play Office in CSGO, and like the hostages don't pathfind now. It's like you carry them. So that might actually make it a playable mode. I don't know. How did you optimize for spatial locality with your scene graph in the witness? We just had a quad tree or something. Well, there's two different things. So we had a quad tree, and then for raycasting against individual meshes, meshes had a KD tree. Non-animated meshes had a KD tree that you could use for raycasting. Well, it's not just that Cache is boring, but like, because everything looks the same, it's hard to watch if I haven't played it a million times, because I just don't, like someone's in front of a gray wall. It's just like every other gray wall. I don't even know where they are, you know. Was it just because running the company was difficult, or were there other reasons I didn't like Seattle? Well, all the fun stuff that I do is down here, so I wasn't having that much fun there. Aztec, yeah, what happened to Aztec, dude? I guess, again, Aztec is too, like all the new maps that are played at the pro level, there's a lot more entryways onto site than there were in the old days, right? So like Aztec had that thing where there's two pinch points, right? There's that door and that frickin' bridge, and you had to push through one or the other or you just get mowed down, right? And I kind of miss that, but I understand why that's no longer the thing. Am I interested in fighting games? Not super much. I don't know. Dude, Aztec is so painful if you get a T team that just won't coordinate and push. You just get clobbered. It's so nasty. I feel like Aztec didn't used to be as bad as it is today. Like, the older versions of the map, maybe it was that you didn't really have smokes back then, and I don't know. Can someone tell me, so I've been watching the Major, did HE grenades or frag grenades or whatever they are in CS, the damage grenades, did those get nerfed? Because like they hardly frickin' do anything. Like I saw a thing, there was a thing like a couple days ago where there was someone standing there holding an angle, and a grenade literally bounced off his face, like you could see it bounce off the camera plane, and landed at his feet and exploded, and he was like, it was less than 50% damage. It was ridiculous. Like, why were grenades nerfed? They don't, it doesn't seem like they're very useful now. Yeah, Assault was the warehouse one, right? Where you had to crawl through the vent. Who remembers the Counter-Strike map? I think it was a hostage map where the CTs had an armored personnel carrier that they would drive for like 10 feet before they hit the pit that they couldn't drive it over. Do you guys remember that? And it was like super janky and terrible. What map was that? Was there ever a map with more than 2 bomb sites? I don't remember any. But it would be interesting to design one. Is there ever a need to balance maps in CSGO since a team swap? Yeah, you do in the tournament formats. If it's so one-sided that one team is just going to go 15-0, then the other team may not get much of a chance on the other side, right? Because if you're 1 or 2 rounds away from losing the whole time, that's just not that good, right? So the way it's scored, right now isn't conducive to highly unbalanced maps. Although you could do it differently and just, you know, run a fixed number of rounds on each side and then swap, and then it would make more sense. They never did anything? No. Dude, back in the old days, in original Counter-Strike, on Assault, I was showing Chris Hecker how to play one time, and we were just scrimming back and forth, like Brian Sharp was there and stuff. And like, I threw a grenade from T-spawn to CT spawn, and he was still buying his items, and I headshot killed him with a grenade from across the map. It was awesome. Would be bad balance if grenades killed? I don't agree. I think they need to do more damage than they do. Like, look at what grenades that people buy, okay? They buy way more flashes and smokes and Molotovs than they buy HE grenades. It's because ground is uneven and they get cover sometimes. I know, because like I've been watching the Major, and grenades almost never do a lot of damage. They're just not. They used to do a lot more in the old days. That's all I'm saying. They got nerfed at some point. I don't know if it was like when CSGO was released or something, but. Siege. Yeah, Siege was the one with the armored personnel carrier. Oil rig was good action too. A grenade does 98 damage in CS to unarmored opponents. That's too weak. I'm sorry. It didn't used to. It used to do a lot more damage than that. I don't believe you guys. I have headshot killed an undamaged guy with a grenade before. I have done it. We weren't recording, like, this was back in, what year was it? It was probably like 1999 or something. 2001, something like that. It was a long time ago. We didn't record gameplay back then. Yeah, this was before 1.6, I'm pretty sure. Way before. I don't know. Hard to remember. Like, the best Counter-Strike was like beta 5 or beta 6 back then. Like, once Valve bought it, they released some pretty bad updates for a while. Screwed some things up. What do I think is the best online multiplayer game ever? It's really hard to compare all that over time because there are games that I really liked back in the day, but they're probably not that good by modern standards, and it's hard to factor that out, right? So I'm not sure. Yeah, well, no, I mean, I do think CSGO is both much better implemented technically and has better game balance than back then, probably. I'm not saying that those were the best versions of Counter-Strike ever, just for a while there. Like, I actually thought CS Source was pretty good. It's just all the physics stuff kind of messed it up, you know. What multiplayer game did I put the most hours into? Counter-Strike. I'm sure, I guarantee I have at least 2,000 hours on Counter-Strike and possibly 3,000 or 4,000 hours. Like, I don't know how long. A lot. Hmm. 4,000 hours is not that much for a pro, but it's like, imagine you had a full-time job for like 2.5 years of playing Counter-Strike, That's how much it is, right? What is it? There's about 200 working days a year, 8 hours per working day, right? So that's 1,600 hours a year. Yeah, so 2.5 years, which is a lot. They're close to 4,000 hours in CSGO alone. It's a lot of hours, dude. I could be underestimating my hours, but yeah. I don't think I believe this Tim Sweeney news that I'm being told right now. I think they would have told me if that was a thing. Did I play Quake 3 Arena? Yeah, some. I played a lot more Quake 1 than Quake 3 for whatever reason. Just because that's where, like, when Quake 3 came out, I was probably playing Counter-Strike, right? Instead. Have I ever been fired from a job? Yeah. One time I was a consultant somewhere for a week and they fired me. But I really shouldn't have been. It's like I was placed there by a recruiter and I didn't have a clear picture of what they wanted and my skills were not the ones that they wanted. So it was not a good situation. But it also wasn't a good place to be trying to work. Like the company went out of business a year or two later. I won't say who it was. It was a company that some people would know if I mentioned it. No, it made sense for them to fire me back then. It was the right call. I was not very happy with it, but it was the right call. Any other favorite mods from the Quake Half-Life era? I don't know. I like straight up Half-Life DM just because the shoot through walls gun was really cool. I don't know. I think a lot of mods tend to ruin the games, so I don't like it, right? That's one of the things. When I went back at some point and tried to play original Counter-Strike. This was a long time ago, but like all the servers were these crazy things that were all running mods. You like weren't able to actually play original Counter-Strike anymore. It was a bummer. Yeah, the Gauss cannon. Yeah. You got fired for doing a front flip. Okay. What is my opinion on sparse virtual texturing? I think the theory behind it on the content side is mostly not correct. The theory behind it is, hey, it's a good idea for your artists to be able to scribble uniquely on everything. And I don't think that's true. It's just not an efficient way for artists to spend their time. And like Rage, Rage eventually came out, for example, and it just didn't even look that good. Um, Now, it may make sense if you start talking about automatically generated textures, not even for surfaces, because like a procedural, noise surface for like a wall, it doesn't matter that much if it's the same or different as a different wall. But for something like light maps, where you might have a lot of them across a whole world, then, well, you may need some efficient way of representing those light maps and of getting them into and out of GPU memory. So would that be a good technique to use there? I'm not sure, but that would be the place that I would think about it. I wouldn't think about it for diffuse color textures. That's the wrong way to go. Have you ever played Warcraft 3? I have not. You remember me saying that the shaders in Sokoban aren't written by the programmers? Do you mind telling what system we're using? It's just a simple thing we made where, I mean, there's a technical artist who programs shaders, and basically there's relatively short snippets of shader code that get mixed together, and he could supply new ones. And the engine knows how to, it's data driven in the sense that the engine knows what shader variables are used in what shaders and can expose those in the editor, and then you could put in values. You can define a material where you put in values and stuff. Right, they did use virtual texturing in the new Doom, I think, because you can in some cases see textures MIP in. Like something will be a little blurry and then it'll pop in, which is a bummer. What do I think of the add a montage tech? I mean, all this voxel stuff, Do I ever go back and look at older games that I haven't played that are, say, at least 10 years old? I do it very rarely. Once in a while I do. It's not a common thing. Gothic 1 and 2 are really good, but I tried playing them on stream, and it's a little bit unplayable at this point, honestly. All right. I'm going to take a break and rest and think about this problem, and then I'll be back on later tonight, and we'll do some programming. Yeah, we'll do some programming and hopefully get the movement system into a better place. All right. Thanks for everybody coming by. We will raid somebody if somebody is playing Mana Spark. Otherwise, we won't. Let's find out. Mana Spark. Nope. All right. No raid right now. See you all later on.